Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here, and in today's video I'll be telling you guys everything you need to know about the Washington Commanders training camp, when guys report, when they'll release, info on some injuries, practice times, and how you can get to Washington Commanders training camp. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that notification bell as well. All those things help out a ton. We're 60 subscribers away from 13,000 subscribers. It takes 1 second to hit that button and it's free. Just take a chance on me. If you don't like the videos after a few videos, go ahead and unsubscribe. That's fine, but just take a chance on me. We're super close, and it's been a while since we hit a milestone. So let's get right into it. Don't want to stall too much. So I made a video on the rookies reporting to training camp. That was a couple days ago. That was on Thursday. They had their first practice on Friday. So this is a tweet here from Brandon Jaden Daniels MVP. Shout out to him, or J Daniels MVP on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, but I'm still calling it Twitter. So they reported there's some flicks. You got Jaden Daniels and Mike Sanders still together and some other things as well. But they reported no major news from there besides the injury news with Johnny Newton that he's going to be out or he's on the non-football injury list, which it was a football injury, but since it happened before he got to the Commanders, then they can put him on the NFI non-football injury list, and they can take him off whenever they want, but it's something to monitor. Not something to get super freaked out about yet, but it is something to monitor, watch out, see where he's at in a few weeks, and this is valuable time, so it'd be great if he can start practicing relatively soon, but don't want to freak out just yet. But I'll go ahead and look it up for you guys just so you can see it. They'll have it here, I'm sure. I guess not. I guess whatever. A bunch of other stuff. Besides the point, he is going to be sidelined for at least, the start of training camp. That's what we're expecting. Okay, now to the stuff that really matters. That's when the Commanders vets report. That's on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, you're going to hear from Dan Quinn and then maybe Adam Peters. That's what I was listening to John Kine podcast, and that's kind of what he said. So watch out for that. Dan Quinn briefing the media on, injuries, stuff like that. So injury news, when you're going to find out whether some guys that had some minor off-season injuries or guys that were dealing with injuries in the off-season or, last season, like F.A. Obata, still on the roster, had a nasty, I think it was a leg break, and some other stuff as well. So you're going to know more about him and his status and other guys as well once the season starts. So that's another thing to watch out for as well if you're trying to figure out these injuries. And if a guy's on PUP, I'm not completely sure. I think the rules change a little bit, so you're out for 4 weeks if you're on the PUP list right when training camp starts. So also something to look for as well. But Wednesday is when practices start, and after that they're gonna have practices like almost every day. They'll have some breaks sometimes they'll do 3 days in a row, and then on the fourth day they'll have a break, or 4 days in a row, and then on the fifth day they'll have a break. So I'm gonna be doing, at least for the beginning, I'll be doing recap videos. I know some people get tired of them, and the views are a little bit lower, and it just doesn't seem worth it for me, and it's very repetitive to just do the same thing every day. So again, first week, as long as you guys are interested in it, I'll do the recaps, try to do it as quickly as I can, even though I might be on vacation for a few days at some point. But once we start getting out of that, everyone's excited about training camp phase, I might do some more videos on guys that are balling out, maybe guys that aren't, and some other takeaway videos, and then occasionally keep the recaps going. But Wednesday is when everything starts. And then looking at the schedule, so when fans can actually go. So this is when things start to get a little bit spicy, start to get interesting, because you'll see videos and you won't just get the media's perspective, you'll get the fans' perspective as well. So Sunday, July 28th is the first open to the fans. Everything is sold out, but there are a lot of people that I bet you aren't going to be going to these. So I think you can probably find on, Twitter, X, people giving away tickets for free. And, I bought 4 tickets for the 29th, so I will be there and I will be using all of them. Maybe not one, and maybe I can give a ticket away to someone that needs to, but I know I'm using at least 3 of those tickets. So that is what's happening with the tickets. You got July 30th for season ticket holders, August 1st for season ticket holders, and then August 2nd, 4th, and 6th open to the public. So not many open to the public compared to previous years. Like last year, I think I went to 3 or 4 myself, and I think it was like, I don't know, there were a lot open to the public, like 15 plus, maybe less, but it was at least like 10. It was at least 10. My guy Mason was going to all of them, putting out clips and stuff. So I don't know. I think there was definitely more last year. I don't know how much more, but it is what it is. They want to close things off a little bit to the public, and you see some of the information here. Some things could change if there's bad weather, stuff like that. If it's too hot, rain, then they might change it to the bubble. In that case, I guess the fans can't go to practice, but might do a video on some training camp battles I'm looking out for. There are a bunch of things to watch out for, and keep your eye out on Brandon Aiyuk, that whole situation. I really didn't talk about it when that came out, but or when he requested a trade. I think he's just trying to get more money, guys. I think he would play in Washington, but I think he really is just trying to get more money out of the San Francisco 49ers. So watch out. Could get a deal done this training camp right around this time when deals start to happen with these, disgruntled stars. And that's what happened with, some of their former players like George Kittle. I don't know about Fred Warner, but I know Nick Bosa also was, right before the season. So just watch out for that. And, I wouldn't be surprised if he posts something about Jaden Daniels or whatever, tries to get, in the drama again. But it is what it is. I'm honestly out on him in terms of trading for him right now. If you can get him for cheap, whatever, that's fine. I'd rather just sign him in free agency if he becomes available. That's what I would do instead of trying to trade for him and paying for him right now. Let's see what we have in Jahan Dotson, see what we have in Luke McCaffrey. De'Ami Brown, I think we know, but, whatever. You can say this, we'll see about De'Ami and some of these other guys as well. But I think we don't need someone like, Brandon Aiyuk right now. It would be a good guy to have on the roster for sure, but I think there's other, spots we could, definitely upgrade more. And again, we can also just upgrade that position next offseason and still maybe just get Aiyuk next offseason. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Again, training camp, rookies already reported. They already had some practices. And the vets report on Tuesday. Injury news will be on Tuesday. Dan Quinn will be talking to the media. Adam Peters will be talking to the media. And then Wednesday is when everything really starts in terms of practices. And get to see Jaden Daniels. It's really just going to be the Jaden Daniels show. That's what people are going to really be paying attention to, and can't blame them. If you guys stayed till the end, go ahead and comment down. Cam Sims, I think YKT, and I forgot the rest of his name, was someone who suggested Cam Sims. I remember it was a hard name to pronounce, but Cam Sims, if you stay to the end, comment down Cam Sims, a very, fan favorite guy the last, 4 or 5-ish years, I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.